Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Call of Duty that's coming out next year, made by Treyarch. Yes, in fact, people are already starting to talk about this. We are just over a month into Advanced Warfare, and already people are starting to speculate as to what next year's game is going to be like. I know, I don't get it either. So a lot of people started sending me this picture right here. It says World War II. This was supposedly a leaked, quote-unquote, leaked picture that was obviously just put together by somebody in Photoshop, but this kind of thing has made its rounds around the internet. A lot of people are sending me this picture and asking me for my opinions on it in personal messages here on YouTube. They're asking me about my thoughts on this on Twitter and on Facebook, and people are constantly just sending me this picture wanting to know my opinion on World War II. And then yesterday on the official Treyarch Facebook page, they put up this picture right here, which was December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy, from Franklin D. Roosevelt. Basically, they were just leaking you a little bit about Pearl Harbor, because yesterday was in fact the anniversary of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. So a lot of people were like, wait a minute, this kind of confirms World War II because they're talking about Pearl Harbor on their Facebook page, and it's a giant deal. This is a teaser somehow. Treyarch, they're making a World War II game. And I'm here to say that's not the case whatsoever. So as somebody who actually pays attention to Treyarch, somebody that's a big fan of Treyarch, I'm a big fan of all the things they do, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that this is not in any way a teaser towards the next Treyarch game. This is in fact something that is actually quite the norm over on the Treyarch Facebook page. What they like to do over there is they like to talk about dates a whole lot. They like to talk about historical moments in history, like if it becomes like the anniversary of a certain day in history, they like to talk about that on their Facebook page, and that is just something that they do. This is in no way an actual teaser or even a hint as to what Treyarch's game is going to be next year. We're going to look at some other pictures that they have up there on their Facebook page and kind of show you guys that what they put up there about Pearl Harbor is just more the usual of what they usually post on their Facebook page. So here we have a picture called On This Day in Black Ops. They started doing this. They don't do it that much, but basically whenever it becomes the anniversary of something that happened in Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, they'll talk about it and they'll post up on their Facebook page. Right here it says, on this day in Black Ops in 1963, it was just a normal day at the office. You know, going behind enemy lines and sabotaging their space program by blowing up a huge rocket. No big deal. Which is, of course, a reference to a campaign mission that you had during the original Call of Duty Black Ops, which was on November 17th of 1963 in-game. So on November 17th in real life, they kind of commemorated that on their Facebook page. Next up, we have this picture that says, on this day in 1947, President Harry Truman signed the National Security Act, establishing the Central Intelligence Agency, otherwise known as the CIA. And the CIA, of course, is a big part of the original Black Ops, so they like to kind of just point out, hey, it was on this day of September 18th of 1947, and it's now September 18th of 2014, so we're going to go ahead and let you guys know that it's like the anniversary of when they actually established the CIA, and then, of course, they link some pictures and stuff towards people in the CIA from their Black Ops games. This is more the usual of what they do over there at Treyarch. They basically just like to talk about events in history and put up there on their Facebook page. Here's another one. It's a bit lengthier. It says, here's a bit of military history for you. Today marks the anniversary of the formal surrender of Japan in 1945, signaling the end of World War II. Here, the General of the Army, Douglas MacArthur, signs the instrument of surrender on the USS Missouri. So they're just showing that. They like to just basically talk about history over there on the Treyarch page. I have one more example for you guys. This one says, on this day in 1969, the world was waking up to the realization that mankind had walked on the moon for the first time. As Neil Armstrong put it, it was one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So this is just more of the usual. This is stuff that they do over there on the Treyarch page. And so many people started posting videos yesterday, and so many people started talking to me on Twitter and sending me stuff on Twitter and on Facebook and on personal messages saying, Nero, this is a teaser. Do you think this is a teaser? This is confirming that there's going to be a World War II. It does not confirm it whatsoever. It just kind of shows that Treyarch likes history. And that's one of the reasons I like Treyarch so much. Is they try to have some historical accuracy in their games. They try to actually have things that happen in history and allow you to see stuff that happened in history through events that happen in game. I think that's a really cool thing that Treyarch does, and that's a reason why Treyarch is one of my favorite developers of any video game, and they're definitely my favorite of the Call of Duty developers. They're a good developer. I love the stuff that they do. I think it's a bit early to start speculating as to what the next Treyarch game could be. Of course, this does not rule out the idea of World War II. There is some stuff that they could actually do with World War II that would actually work within the story. You know, in World War, because chances are, let's face it here, a lot of you guys probably didn't play World War. The game came out in 2008. That was quite a long time ago, 6 years ago. So chances are a lot of you guys watching this video did not play it. Of course, there's going to be some, but chances are a lot of you guys didn't play it. Well, without spoiling the campaign, although it's kind of hard not to spoil the campaign because the game is set in World War II and stuff that actually happened in World War II happens within the game, but through fictional characters. But at the end of World War, both the European and Pacific theaters were both covered pretty well, to be perfectly honest, and they both finished up, like they wrapped up their storylines right towards the end of World War II. So there's not really a whole lot of World War II actually left to cover if they were to go ahead and make a World War II where they would kind of be be set after the timeline of what happened in World War, but it is still possible. A possible plot setting is right there that'll happen between the events of World War II and right before the events of the original Black Ops. The stories of Viktor Reznov and Dmitry Petrenko, I think it was his name. I think it's the main character you played as in the Russian campaign in World War. I think his name was Dmitry Petrenko. But both of them were, those two, Viktor and him, were both the two main characters in the Russian campaign of World War, and they both played a big role in the Black Ops campaign. I think we all know that. So it could be a continuation of that. It could be kind of something similar to what they did with the Borderlands series, whereas there's Borderlands 1, there's Borderlands 2, and then their most recent game, the pre-sequel, was set right between the events of Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 and kind of tried to fill the gap between those two time frames. And we could see that same thing happening here. We could see a World War II coming out next November, and we could have that happen. And it could be set after the events of World War II and before the events of the original Black Ops and kind of fill that gap in the story if they wanted to continue the Black Ops story. Of course, there's no actual guarantee they're actually going to be continuing the Black Ops story. They could make a Black Ops 3. They could go even further into the future, which is probably what they'll end up doing. Or they could go back in time, like I was talking about right here, where they set themselves between the events of Call of Duty World at War and Call of Duty Black Ops. They could do a thing where they go between the events of the original Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Who knows? Who knows what they would want to end up doing? But it's far too early to speculate. And I can tell you guys for a fact there is no actual credible information online that would even hint as to what Treyarch's next game is going to be. There's just no information out there. It is too freaking early. Advanced Warfare's been out for a month. So let's everyone just relax, play Advanced Warfare, enjoy Advanced Warfare, give it 6 months or so. Then when stuff starts coming out, then when leaked stuff starts coming out, it's actually going to be able to hold a little bit of weight. But as of right now, there is absolutely no confirmation as to a World War II. There is no confirmation that Treyarch is doing anything of that sort. The only thing that we really can confirm is that Treyarch is going to be releasing a new Call of Duty game in November. But right now, we have no information on it. So I want to clear that up for all you guys. So many people are always saying, Nero, World War II, it's confirmed. This is, you think it's a teaser, all this stuff. No, guys, that is just what they do over there on the Treyarch Facebook page. They like to talk about history. Yesterday was the anniversary of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, so they wanted to commemorate that a little bit. So that's all it was. That is all it was. Everyone relax. Play Advanced Warfare. Stop thinking about the next Call of Duty game. It's been the most recent one was about for a month. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys all found it helpful and informative. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. Of course, I'm still interested to hear about this kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments, would you guys like to see a World War II, or would you guys like to see more stuff in the future? Would you like to see something in World War II? Would you like to see it in Vietnam? Basically, what setting would you guys like the new Treyarch game to be? A World War II game, a Vietnam game, a Cold War game, a modern game, a futuristic game, a super futuristic game? What would you guys like to see? I guess it'd be kind of interesting to see what you guys would think about that. Because me personally, I want World War II or Vietnam, somewhere in that time frame. It can go to World. It can be World War II. It can be Vietnam. Whatever it is, I want like something to go into the past a little bit that actually covers actual events that happened in history. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm so sick of futuristic games. Every freaking game that comes out now is set in the future and has futuristic things in it. I am so I'm about to barf over it. It's just freaking so many of them. So I would like an older style game. That is my opinion. Let me know your guys' opinions in the comment section below. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.